Hey, so did you happen to notice that the energy shifted yesterday? So it was like we've been experiencing this like strange kind of calm, quiet. The Schumann's been really quiet. The geostorm activity has been really quiet. And then we've been having the crazy though dream state stuff, right? Like it seems like so many are having the really, really bad dreams, the intense dreams, the disturbing dreams, like for a few nights now. Some people have been having it longer. But then yesterday, it started to change. We started to feel a shift like towards the evening. There was like that excess energy. I know I could feel it in my solar plexus, and then I felt it in my heart chakra. And then it was like this, like, energy rising, like coming up. Spirit saying Kundalini energy. I don't know why they're saying that, but it was energy coming up. I could feel it coming up for sure. And there was almost like a few moments of like intensity of peaks of it that I was like, what's this? And I checked the Schumann, there was nothing. Checked the solar weather, there was nothing. So it is that collective energy, right? It's that collective energy. So we're just calling it that purging, the subtle purging energy, where everybody's purging the density, where it's coming up to be cleared. And so I asked them for more insight and guidance about the dream state, because again, last night for me, I had like, it's like the craziest dreams. And it's very interesting because remember, Spirit said to us before, don't get caught, because everybody's asking me questions about their dreams now. Don't get caught up in the details of a dream, because not all dreams are meant to be taken verbatim. They're not like this is what you're seeing and this is what it means. It's not always like that. It's just how everything needs to be communicated to you so that you can feel a certain way, so that you can have that experience that they need you to feel. And so one of the things that they said to me is happening is that we're having these intense dreams in the dream state because we still have so many dense frequencies stored within our cells, within our DNA, that we need to surrender, that we need to heal, that we need to release, if that makes sense. And the only way that we can have them leave our experiences is by experiencing them. It's interesting because they showed me in this, I thought this was kind of cool. They showed me how all frequencies need to express themselves in order to change or move, shift. That they have to do that. They don't just disappear. And so they showed me like this piano, and so on a piano, how every note has to be played in order for us to hear it, in order for us to have the experience, the note has to be played. So it's like you hit the key of the piano and there's a vibration of the note. The frequency gets its chance to express itself. And so they're saying that that's what's happening now in the dream state. So we're having these kind of like dark, intense dreams, these scary dreams, these strange dreams, so that we can have these emotions, so that we can feel these emotions, and so that we can release them through the experience of them. Does that make sense to you guys? And I know for me, like just one of the dreams I had last night, I literally, and I won't get into the details of it because they don't make any sense. Like they're just kind of strange, crazy dreams. But I was literally like in a ball, hands over my ears because I didn't want to hear the sounds of it, and like crying intensely, just allowing the crying to come out. And the dream leading up to that one was like a scary dream, like you're afraid and you have to hide and there's somebody coming to get you, like that kind of. So it's like these emotions are like jam packed within us, like jam packed within us, and we don't always give them the opportunity to express themselves, right? And this is the thing about it. We have to remind ourselves that everything serves a purpose. There's no such thing as a coincidence. There's no such thing as an accident. Every single time we have an accident, every single time something like that happens, it's serving a purpose. Not always just for us, But collectively, it can serve a purpose. It can also serve a purpose for the soul circle that we're in, like all of our soul family, right? It has everything has a ripple effect. But they're showing me now it's like that. So if our purpose right now is to raise the frequency of the planet, to help it to ascend, we're helping this planet to come into a better, lighter state, a better way of being. But we can't do that if we're holding all of this density, right? It's kind of like trying to fill a balloon with just, water. It would just sink. We need to be filling the balloon with air. So we're having to purge these frequencies, these dense layers of frequencies. And for many of us, when we've had these really kind of like traumatic, jarring, upsetting experiences, we've kind of bypassed them a little bit. And we do that as a coping, right? Our subconscious mind will bury things, will hide things. Because if we're not in a state of regulation where we can grow through it, process through it, we store it. We just store it, right? Until we come to a place energetically where we're like, okay, I can play that note on that piano, that key, that frequency, I can hear it. And it's not going to destroy me or make me feel worse or make things worse. It's going to be healing for me now. And so I feel like that's kind of where a lot of us are. We're at the point where we can hear those notes now. We can hear those frequencies being played. And now they have a completely different effect on us. They are having healing effects on us rather than a detrimental effect. Does that make sense to you guys? So this is Spirit just saying this is going to go on for a little while. So here's the thing, and this is the thing about resonance, is that if we're not open to it, if we're not in the awe of it, if we're not like, remembering that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, if we don't have enough of that in it, we won't get the full, there's too much resistance. We're resisting too much of it. So we don't get the full purpose of it. So it will just keep repeating. So for those of you, and I know I'm can be one of them too, when we say, when's this going to end? When is this going to stop? I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. All of that is just resistance. And all it's doing is holding us in that space, so that all of this just kind of like it either stops, so we don't get to clear any of the frequencies, so we just hold the frequencies, or there's nothing, and we're meant to be flowing, right? We're meant to be flowing, purging, getting lighter, healing, transforming, ascending. That's the purpose. We're supposed to be doing that. And when we're not doing that, we're backsliding. And there's just too many of us now that are ascending, that are helping with the ascension process, that there's not going to be a lot that are left behind. So it's kind of like, yeah, even if you were one of the lazy ones and you didn't want to do the healing work and you don't want to do the leg work, we're kind of like pulling you along now. Like we're kind of like, come on, we've got your hand, we've got you, we're taking you with us. So just remember that part of the process, that you're not doing this alone. We're all doing this together. We're all purging. We're all releasing the density. We're all feeling the feels of the collective energy with a purpose. And we just need to together kind of remind ourselves that they're just Spirit saying the path of least resistance. We get to choose that path, right? We get to be in the experience and not of the experience and not the experience. We get to be in the flow of it and know that it's happening so that we can feel this stuff, so that we can release it, so that we can surrender it, so that we can, and remember, when we release and surrender density, it opens up more room for us to hold light, and we are light holders. That is the simplest, easiest purpose that we have right now, is just to hold the light. But we can't carry the light when our arms are full of density. Sending you guys huge blessings.